The following program is for adult audiences only.
This is
Eric and Gord. What if we're right?
Live right now.
Are you ready?
Find and like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram.
Well, hi there, everybody. Happy Thursday. It is March the 19th, 2020. I am Eric, talking at you once again from Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, where, regrettably, I have to inform you guys that due to the China virus, I have been forced to cancel the stadium tour I was planning on doing this year.
Sucks.
All my stadium dates are canceled.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Allow me to explain something right off the bat. I used China virus in my intro because I've decided to take a stand, and that is all I'm going to call it from now on. I'm going to call it the China virus, and if you talk to me about COVID or Corona, I'm just going to act like I have no idea what you're talking about. So
you mean the China virus?
It's China virus. Or I will accept Kung Flu.
That's so brutal. I love it.
We will get into that right after I say hi to Mike at Pit Lane Parlay, the number one indie and racing podcast on the internet today. Check them out on Apple Podcasts. It's a good show. These guys are legit. They're like big time. I tried to make fun of them, and I got fucking pwned.
Schooled.
And also gotta say hi to Jeffrey and the crew at Functionally Dysfunctional Show, the second funniest podcast on the internet today. And that's enough of that for now. Gord, welcome, buddy. How you doing?
My hands are fucking raw from fucking washing them. It's just fucking pathetic. Like, literally, my hands are burning bright red right now. They're
smooth
so
as a baby's butt,
sore.
mine are. Because
Yeah,
I'm not washing them for nothing, and I'm just fucking beating it like 10 hours a day lately.
Man, if I were to beat it right now with these fucking hands, I would end up I'd waste my dick away.
So,
like running sandpaper on it.
Just so, in the spirit of getting things moving along, I said I would only do 5 minutes on coronavirus today. Unfortunately, China virus, I'm sorry.
You already fucked it.
I already fucked it up.
China.
Yeah, this is my new favorite one.
Don't be rude.
Now, I'm just going to dive right into it because I got some stuff I want to bring up today. As of 11 a.m., there was estimated between 569, 655 known cases in Canada. Let's take the higher number just for posterity's sake. 655 cases in Canada. That still means 36,999,500 people don't have it. But everybody's freaking out and comparing it to Italy. Oh my God, look what happened in Italy. This is so bad. Italy's so bad. Yes. Italy has the second oldest population in the world. Second only to Japan.
They also meet and greet everybody by grabbing them and kissing them multiple times on the face.
They're filthy people. Now, Italy also has 62 million people. Canada has 26.5 million less than that. And they are 33 times smaller than us. So, yes, it's spread badly in a country 33 times smaller than ours with more than twice the population.
Yeah.
That's very bad. I get it. Italy's bad. It's not happening here. That kind of shit's not happening here. In Canada, there has... Now, I heard 8, but yesterday we said 9, so let's go with 9 confirmed deaths in the country.
Okay.
10,007 confirmed deaths worldwide. 10,000 deaths worldwide.
Yep.
Today, by the end of today, just today, and tomorrow, and the day after that, 26,283 people are going to die from cancer. Just today. 26,641 people are going to die from heart disease today and tomorrow and the next day and the next day. 4,300 people are going to die from diabetes. 2,740 people are going to be killed by mosquitoes. Just today. Every day. So 10,000 ever in 65 billion years. And it's not even half of these goddamn numbers. Now, here's one that I really liked because everyone's freaking out and this is our neighbors for us. Every single day, human beings kill 1,300 other human beings. Every day.
And that's in the world?
Yes. 1,300
worldwide.
Humans will be killed by human beings every single day. So in 10 days, we kill more of us than coronavirus ever has. Every 10 days. We just do that to ourselves. Keep that in mind while you're worried about getting the sniffles. Now, 9 people in the goddamn country have died. 9. 12 people a day still die from fentanyl.
Yeah.
More than 14,500 since 2016. 14,000! More than all the fucking corona in the world! So, that's some numbers that make me go, I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Loblaws, Save on Foods, Canadian Tire, 3 examples of retailers that are limiting their hours, and they're making special hours in the morning just for the elderly. So you have to be elderly. They get like an hour at the beginning. Why? Is that so they can be dead by noon? What the fuck is that? How does that work?
It's because there is an online cry for it on social media.
That makes absolutely no sense. Let the old people get their groceries first because they're going to die.
Apparently it's because they're afraid to go out otherwise because they're so susceptible to it. So therefore we'll let them shop first so that they don't get they actually, if things that are in stock, they actually get it, such as apparently toilet paper. Still.
I think in a world where we are grossly overpopulated, we finally found a way to knock off the old people. Maybe that's what it's about. Let them go first, just in case it's hovering in the air. Yeah, you go first, Gam Gam. If you're back in an hour, then I'll go.
If.
There are little canaries. No, those are just some numbers that I found staggering today. The average Tim Hortons holds almost as many people as coronavirus has made sick in this country. I was trying to find like a cool stat to associate it with, but that 1,300 murders every day is ridiculous. Why aren't we doing something about that? Why aren't we doing something about mosquitoes, for fuck's sakes? 2,700 people a day from fucking mosquitoes. Where's the outcry? Where's the shutdown? Where's the public fucking mayhem over cancer? Why are people freaking out about 26,000 people are going to die today? Why don't people care about that?
Because this is new. Do you want to know how out of hand it's gotten there? I can give you a great example because my work is just taken it to a whole new level. I am not allowed to be within 6 feet of any other employee at the company at any given time.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go over and pick a door, if I got to go and grab a door and there's a guy already there, I can't just go up when he grabs and walks away. I can't just go and grab a door and then put it over to my side. I got to stand back and wait for him to finish.
Yep.
And then get yelled at for why it's taking me so long to do my job.
They completely rearranged the place where my mother works, too, to do things like that. I would argue it's not helping.
No.
We're either fucked or we're not. You're not mitigating it by ruining the economy even further than it already is.
No one got its first case today.
You are ruining the economy. I mean, this is not recovering in 14 days. We're not bouncing back in 14 days from any of this shit. Anyone who thinks you might, we're fucked for years. They've already said don't look for your income tax. I said it last night, but they said it officially today. Don't be looking for income tax. Don't be looking for all kinds of stuff being cut off. It is going to be a very uncomfortable couple of years for us.
I have some more stats for you for Canada anyways.
Stat me up. I love stats.
Okay, so 52% of the cases are male. 31% of the cases are 60 years old or over. 11% of all the cases have been hospitalized. 9 people have died. And 69% of cases are travelers, and 13% are close contact of travelers.
Yeah, of course.
So you have 69 plus 13 is what, 82? So 82% all comes from people traveling, and then their immediate family.
Yeah.
And then it's just the onset of those people going out and just, doing what they do to their daily lives and spreading it that way.
Exactly. But look at the communities they're spreading it in. There's maybe one in the Okanagan. They don't know, and they're not saying. If they do know, they won't tell anybody. It's gotten absurd. Like, yes, they're all travelers. And, sorry, most of them are of Chinese descent. Most. That's just a fact. That's not racist. That's a fact.
Yeah. Now, I was wondering this at first, and it's finally hit the news about this one, which I'm actually surprised it took this long. I keep hearing about all these celebrities getting tested, and I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute. Why are these celebrities being able to get tested, but yet virtually nobody else is able to? Little bit of bullshit, don't you think?
Well, everyone in Canada can get tested.
No, think again, my friend. It's under.
It'll just take a while.
Right now, it's under. Like, if you show up at the hospital right now saying I have symptoms, they'll say, okay, well, go home and wait. If it gets worse, then come back. All they'll ask you is, have you traveled, or did anybody in your immediate family travel? You say no, then they say you're not getting tested.
Yeah, because you're not getting corona. That's fine.
But,
they do that with everything. People go, oh, this is what they're saying at the hospital. That's what they say at the hospital for everything, unless you're bleeding.
Yeah. There is one, somebody on a friend of a friend posted a thing on Facebook, and they went to the hospital saying because her sister has it, and she's under quarantine, but when she, the girl in question, I guess, had gone over and dropped some stuff off, and a few days later, she started getting this sore throat and a little bit of a fever and a cough, and she's like, holy shit. So she told them that, and they still said, so how long were you around that person for? They said, well, I dropped some stuff off, sort of said hello, and left. Did you hug and kiss him? No, I didn't hug and kiss him. Okay, then you're not getting tested.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly easy to get a test of
No,
this
but
in
it's
Canada
not
still.
easy to get the fucking virus. You don't need the test.
Right.
You
Which
don't
brings
need
the question:
test.
why are celebrities being given these tests?
Because celebrities have more money
They live
than
in
everybody.
mansions. Who gives a shit about them?
Because we have to have them in good health so we can all indict them for rape.
But wouldn't it just be cheaper if they all just died?
No.
It wouldn't be cheaper?
No. It would cost a lot emotionally. I don't know why, Gord. Why are celebrities getting tested?
I don't know. That's what I don't get.
Whatever,
Because they're celebrities.
Better doctors. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think it matters, really. If celebrities get better treatment than the rest of us because they're rich and more important. Celebrities always get better shit than we do. That's why celebrity podcasters are better than us.
They already have a fan base.
If you don't like it, go be a celebrity.
The other big one, and this is great because this just shows media that you can test it.
I'm sorry? Say that again?
Oh, hey, sorry, a video. I thought you were playing a clip of Trump, but it's just a video in my background.
Sorry.
No. Okay, sorry. So Fox News has a thing posted right here. It literally says, drug cleared by Trump FDA for coronavirus testing. Big news that, Trump said they have made an announcement saying that there's something that was around for years, substance found used to treat malaria, is being treated for the coronavirus.
2,400 people are going to die from mosquitoes. Go give the malaria drugs to the malaria people, you idiots.
The funny thing is that it's not basically because his statement was, and we're going to be able to make this drug available almost immediately, and that's what the FDA has been doing so great. They've gone through the approval process. It's been approved. No, it has not. It's not been approved for this. That's not true. Although, yes, you can be given the drug for it if you want to take it for it, but they have no idea if it's actually going to help with it or not whatsoever. That's straight from the FDA directly. So it's just right. And then, of course, when Trump also discussing about it, he says, I think it could be a game changer. Or maybe not.
You know how he plans on curing it?
How?
Grab him by the pussy.
That's what he says. That's his answer to that. And they go, how do you get away with that? And he goes,
I'm really rich.
Hey, Trump, how come you seem so healthy when everyone in your country is sick?
I'm really rich.
Yep.
Who made you rich, Trump?
China.
Daddy. China.
I did hear today that officially Wuhan had no new cases.
And Italy has officially surpassed China's deaths.
Good.
So there you go.
Get rid of some old Italians. I'm not that sympathetic. I don't care. I feel bad, but I just, sorry. It's a tiny country. They didn't have the information that we're getting now. They got fucked over. Sucks to be you, Italy.
I got to get the names of these guys here. It doesn't give me the names, and this is really frustrating. But there's two scientists who ended up having a bit of a fucking argument. Basically, they're arguing over has the response gone too far?
Yes.
And
massively. This is why the government won't let us know that there's aliens. Look at what we do for a fucking sniffles.
Here's what it says. So in one corner, influential Stanford University epidemiologist John... Oh, fuck. Why can't these people have last names of Smith? Lonitis. He wrote a commentary asking whether such drastic action to combat a pandemic without evidence it will work is a, quote, fiasco in the making. The guy on the other side, who is a Harvard epidemiologist, Mark Lipschitz, pushed back with a defiant response titled, "We know enough now to act decisively against COVID-19." But yeah, guys, and like, calling the whole thing of how it's all being handled complete and utter bullshit. You jump the gun. You don't know how it's going to work, how this is going to happen, why it's going to do this. Is shutting down the entire country over something like this really the way to go?
Absolutely not. He is totally, completely right. The only thing we know at this point is that we don't know shit about this fucking virus.
Yep. And I'm so sick of this social distancing fucking word. This is how you know it's bullshit, because of the term.
I'm emotionally distancing. I'm not
Like,
socially distancing. That part, I'm good with the social distancing. That's fine. I do that all day, every day. But I'm emotionally distancing myself from this whole fucking thing.
Yeah. So it's
getting worse instead of better. It's retarded. And look forward to months, if not years, of pain from it. We're already hitting unemployment rates that have been unseen in years, because people are getting laid off already.
There's also Dr. Gabrielle Long, the Dean of Medicine at the University of Hong Kong, who put a tweet out agreeing with your side of it. And he said, absolutely. Of every 1,000 infected who show symptoms, 14 will die. Highly age-dependent, where the risk of getting infected is 3 times, and then risk of dying is another 3 times in 70-plus-year-olds compared to those in their 30s. This is not seasonal flu, nor even a 2009 pandemic flu.
No, thank you.
And so it just calls it right out. Now, this Mark Lipschitz, that's what I'm going to call him now. He says, show me the seasonal flu that leads to triage of whom to let die despite intense social distancing, and I'll stop worrying. Yeah, you caused this. You caused the triage.
The only people...
Because you created panic.
No one healthy is dying. This is not a worldwide fucking crisis. I'm sorry. Am I the only... God damn it. I know I'm not quite as sentimental as the rest of people when it comes to family and stuff, but at the end of the day, really, old people are holding us back. We could do without a bunch of them. The planet's overpopulated. This isn't maybe necessarily a bad thing. And let me not point out the climate just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah,
that's not going to last forever, but it's a pretty fucking good... Maybe this was all for the climate. Who knows? We got to get rid of people. That's the big problem. Too many people, not enough food. And China's fucking up the planet. Well, we just solved that in 2 months. Fucking celebrate for once.
Yeah. Celebrate. Go outside and have a tire fire.
Exactly. I like that. Yeah, no, this is just retarded. And I just thought of that point. Actually, last night I made that point to my mother's husband. This is exactly why they don't tell us about aliens. Because this is how we handle things when we have information.
Yep. It's true.
We can't
it's
handle it.
Very,
We're not
very
equipped
true.
to deal with information. We're proving that now because everyone's got a bunch of meat and toilet paper. Who the fuck came up with that plan? What the hell is toilet paper? Like, in the event of any emergency, that's the worst possible thing you could have. Literally, it's useless. You can't do anything with it.
I just can't wait for one of these people to be sitting in their home with their 400,000 rolls of toilet paper, smoking a joint, and then having the whole house light up because you're surrounded by toilet paper. You know that shit's flammable.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, it's just insane.
What are you gonna do with all that toilet paper?
I will build a great, great wall.
It's so good. So there you go. So we are on the side of Stanford University entomologist John Lonitis. Way to go, John.
John,
congratulations.
I like the cut of your jib.
You got yourself a nice set of jib there, buddy.
All right.
Other thing I have to mention is
for anyone who has a compromised immune system, or a family member that does, or anyone who's genuinely has lost a family member, or if you're got family in China and you're really freaked out or whatever, I'm sympathetic. I truly am. Anyone in Vancouver or Toronto, I sympathize. You should be a little bit worried. Look what happened in Washington. It's crazy. We're lucky we get to see what happened in Washington and hopefully not do that. Everyone else in the rest of Canada, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. It's not happening to you. Quit whining. Go back to work. Get a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just a whole big bag of fucking stupid is all it is. On top of this one, and this is the one I find just humorous. National parks are free right now in the U.S. They said, that's it. They're all free. You want to get in a national park, it's fucking free right now. Oh, no. But people, of course, are saying, no! Social gathering! No! Don't do it! You have to implement some social distancing. It's wildlife.
Yeah.
You're not walking around in groups hugging each other. You are taking a big look, and I mean, like, just shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, don't go outside in the air where, Jesus. You have to be within 6 feet. Now, the World Health Organization has declared it airborne. The CDC is saying it's not because they don't think it's airborne long enough to be classified as airborne. Either way,
yeah.
It's you're not going to get sick outside unless someone walks up and sneezes in your mouth. You're probably fine. And even then, if you're not old or weak, you're fine. Basically, if you're not old or have AIDS, you're going to be okay. It's not even as bad as the flu.
No, it is not.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Let me see here. The chairman of the Coalition to Protect America's National Parks says it is irresponsible to urge people to visit national park sites when gathering at other public spaces is no longer considered safe. Okay, so let's compare, say, a library to, I don't know, the Grand Canyon. Do I need to say anything more? Do you not see the difference between the two?
Clearly not.
Fucking twat.
Oh, God.
Phil Francis, you fucking faggot.
That's what I was saying yesterday. Do the math. Like, library? Grand Canyon. Fucking hell. I'm just so frustrated by the whole thing now because people I know are freaking out. Of course, my daughter's mother canceling a visit. I don't want you bringing it here. It's not in my town. It's in yours, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, if anything, I shouldn't be coming because I shouldn't be getting it from you.
Just retarded the way people have all turned retarded. I don't get it. I don't understand why we all just become a bunch of freaking children. It's like Lord of the fucking Flies right now. I don't like it. And
fucking stupid.
I will not be entertaining any China virus stories next week. I'm just not doing them.
So we're not doing our show?
I will just find other
We're going to have to
stuff.
fill it with fucking... We're going to have to fill it with fucking interviews about food.
Oh, we got a couple interviews. And there is other news going on. People of the world, I know you guys don't pay attention because you're too worried fucking buying masks. What the fuck? Masks don't work. But something very, very cool happened in the world.
Ooh, what's that?
Cambridge PhD student has proven one of Darwin's theories. Charles Darwin, dead for just about 140 years, and one of his theories about the way species and subspecies are classified has been proven. So this student, I have her name written down, and I've lost it. This student, basically, her research can be definitively used by conservationists to actually predict which species they need to pay attention to and which are going to be fine. Thanks to the classification system that he came up with, that it turns out is right. And now her research can be used to actually definitively say which species will be extinct and which won't. Huge for the world of science.
Her name is Laura Van Holstein.
Thank you.
That is the PhD student.
I don't know where I have it written down. Amazing work. Good on Laura. She studies like monkeys and shit. She does not. Do not listen to me. Very, very cool, though, because, Darwin, number one, his shit's not proven. It's all theories. So anytime you can prove something, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yep.
Number two, there's been a massive sort of trendy, Darwin was wrong, like, bandwagon forming for the last few years. In light of flat earthers and fucking anti-vaxxers and all these retards get together and Darwin was wrong. No. Darwin was wrong about some shit, but not that. Notably, I wrote down some things that Darwin was wrong about because I knew it would be interesting.
Oh, there you go.
Charles Darwin believed that the Earth was 100,000 years old. He was not correct. Now, at the time, in the 1890s, everyone was of the mind that the Earth was 6,000 years old, and that was taught as fact. Darwin said no, because evolution couldn't happen in 6,000 years, but 100,000, that's probably more accurate. So he's only off by a few billion.
Yeah, it's, he just he forgot to carry the one.
One that really blew my mind was the knowledge of astronomy was obviously almost non-existent, and the popular belief that Darwin subscribed to was that the moon was actually formed by terrestrial impacts, like asteroids hitting the Earth would form a little moonlet, a little tiny moon. And every time an asteroid hit the Earth, things would clump onto this little thing. And it would just grow and grow and grow and grow until it became the moon. So, like with asteroids killing...
The actual truth...
The actual truth is...
About
sorry?
The actual truth about how the moon was formed was from a dual planet collision between two virtually equal sized planets that collided, and the moon is a leftover chunk off of that from that massive collision between the two planets.
The moon is the waste it's like the tailing pond waste after Gwyneth Paltrow makes vagina candles.
It probably stinks up there, then I don't want to go.
I'm really rich.
That's funny. Well done.
Be rude.
I wasn't.
Too late.
Yeah, so, and the other one that I thought was kind of neat, because he was so close, he was on the right track, that he believed that variations in our births were caused by genomes, what did he call them? Genus, something. We now know them as genes. Now he didn't know they were genes at the time, and his ideas were a little bit off base on how they are distributed. He thought just like a random mixture made things. Maybe your parent was lacking a certain one of these things. Yeah. And that's what caused differences among families. And obviously we know that's not true, but it's really for having no sort of like basis in medicine that we have now. They were thinking in a very advanced way at the time.
Yep. They were.
His own cousin proved him wrong on that one. Years later. So, fuck you,
that's kind of funny. Right? You think you're so smart, douchebag. Before we continue, by the way,
but I just thought that was very cool, and I like that in the wake of the coronavirus, this young lady is out saving the world, saving the animals. I love it. I really do.
No, I think it's great. Awesome. I love I like it when they prove or disprove the old theories of any of those things. I just think it's just fantastic when they actually get to
every time you prove a little bit of Darwin right, you prove a little bit of the Bible wrong.
It's kind of true.
Which is a good thing. Every time you prove Darwin right, an angel dies. That's not true. Angels die because you touch yourself at night.
Angels are perverts. They watch you sleep. No, that's just Santa.
Just the Catholic ones.
This is the Catholic ones. By the way, happy first day of spring, Eric.
Thank you.
Today is the first day of spring.
And it feels like it. It has been a lovely day in the Okanagan Valley.
We here in Southern Ontario are preparing for a brief but powerful thunderstorm and possible 90 to 100 kilometer an hour winds that are coming in tonight and tomorrow. So it's going to be a very windy but very warm day. It's going to be like 13 or 15 or something tomorrow.
I hope it does a lot of damage because I'm sure your teachers are getting worried they might actually have to teach some school one day.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen for at least another 3 weeks. So,
funny stuff. I had an argument with my mother today about that because the schools, basically, what kids learn in school today, they don't need to go to school. It's fine. You can cancel school.
Yeah.
What school should be teaching kids is how to deal with a fucking virus.
Why? Even adults don't know how to do that. They can't teach that.
Bring back the school system needs to be completely revamped. Like 100%, they got to scrap the curriculum and redo it. Teach kids how to do their taxes. Teach them how to balance a checkbook. Teach them that masks don't help coronaviruses.
Yeah, but you can't trust these people who are going to make these decisions because look what they did to math in general. Look how they screwed that up. You took something that took 30 seconds to come up with an answer, and it now takes 2.5 minutes to figure out the answer.
Well, I don't want to get all Mike Judge on everybody, but the fact of the matter is, by the time kids my daughter's age are like high school age, they're probably not going to need it anymore. And I know people go, well, what if the computers fail or whatever? They won't. They never, ever will. And kids, they're going to get stupider. They're going to lose the ability to do math. They're going to lose the ability to speak. I guarantee 1,000 years from now, we will no longer use our vocal cords. They will be, they'll be a vestigial organ, like your fucking appendix. Kids aren't going to talk anymore. It's going to turn into a bunch of contractions and like LOL and fucking shit. And then they're just going to turn into gibberish. Every generation.
Do you think we'll learn like a new form of sign language? Think is that what it'll be? Or will it be like how we could know?
We're going to have Apple little implants right behind our ear. so that we don't have to carry around a handheld device anymore. And we're just going to speak to each other. It's going to be like a Bluetooth fake telepathy thing. We'll just talk from our fucking devices. We won't even open our mouths anymore. I guarantee it. So don't worry about the new math. They can deal with it because they're not going to have to know math. It's, you know, and people get worried about, well, kids can't do that. They don't even know how to read. They don't need to know how to read. Libraries are going to be they're going the way of Blockbuster Video, I promise you.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it's the way it's happening. And, you know, 200 years ago, when, longer than that now, when people started not using Elizabethan English and started using, like, American English, everyone went, oh, my God, they're losing the ability to speak. Look at them. They talk like animals. We're okay. We just changed. We're different than them.
Yeah.
When metric was introduced in Canada, people went, oh my God, what's going on? They're a bunch of idiots doing retard math. Nope, just not your math. Just different. And we're doing it. You know, I always allude to this, but when the automobile was invented, there was a whole bunch of horseshoe makers and saddle makers and people that went, no, you can't. This is the worst thing that ever happened. It's just the times changed. We're getting old, and the new generation, I'm not saying it's a good thing. It's just the way it is. And we just have to get used to it. Or die.
Ooh, I like that.
And I love it's just the double speak that's coming out of people saying, oh my God, this virus is going to kill everybody. I don't even want to live in the future. Kids are stupid. Well, you don't. You can't have it both ways. You can't just bitch for the sake of bitching.
You can, but it gets you nowhere.
I don't even want to live in a world where the kids don't know how to speak. Well, good. Then go get coronavirus and shut the fuck up.
Oh man, yeah.
If you're not going to solve a problem, you're just making it worse now. Look what happens. This is people talking, ruining everything.
See, I think, yeah, that's the problem. It's conversations what's going to ruin everything.
It's
can't have that now.
Uninformed conversations. It's not conversations. It's certainly not podcasts. Always listen to those. And if you miss some of your favorite podcasts, you can always catch it on Friday, where yours truly is hosting the Eric and Gord. What if it's Friday and Gord's not here? I'll come up with a better title for that one day. Actually, I like that. Eric and Gord, what if it's Friday and Gord's not here? Yeah, it's catchy.
It's a throwback to when I first started with the podcast.
Yeah. I like that. It's a lead up to when we've got Eric and Gordon, Joe. What if we're right except for Joe? That's going to be when I hire Joe Rogan.
That's right.
Who, as far as I can tell, has never been number 4 in Pakistan.
Fuck you, Rogan.
We slipped, actually. I don't know what we did wrong, my Pakistani friends. I greatly apologize, but we slipped. We're like number 7 now. So,
I know why. I figured out why. Because we've done quite a bit lately of the anti-Christian rhetoric, and I think they really enjoyed a lot of that. And then all of a sudden we didn't talk about it, so like, well, fuck these guys. I thought that's all they're going to do is just bash fucking Canada and America. But
yeah, don't worry, it'll come back. Don't worry, it doesn't last very long. It just we're bashing people with coronavirus right now.
We're just busy bashing the Italians.
I'm not bashing the Italians, but the Italians got a raw deal. They didn't have the information. They don't have the infrastructure to deal with it, and they're old as shit. Everyone there is old. Only in Japan is more of the population old. They're all old people. Of course they were going to die. It sucks. We are fine. We have like one person per 2 square kilometers or something sick in our country. We're okay.
Yeah. That's very true.
We're 33 times larger.
Did you hear what happened in Germany the other day?
I did not. I don't pay any attention to anything anymore. I'm quarantining.
I'm quarantining from the media.
All I do is the movie. That's it.
Well, German police raided a neo-Nazi. They're called the Reichsbürger movement, which is a nationwide movement for them. And they did a massive raid where they got neo-Nazi propaganda and firearms. It was done in raids in 10 of Germany's 16 states.
Jesus.
Yep. The targeted group, they're called the United German Peoples and Tribes. It's all part of this Reichsenberger group, I guess is what it is that they're big known as. They say there's around 19,000 members in Germany.
Yeah, they were getting big for a while there.
Yep. These are people who, was it last month, a gunman linked by the authorities to far-right conspiracy theories murdered 9 people of foreign heritage in the town of Hanau.
I remember that.
In 2017, one of the Reichenberger members was sentenced to life imprisonment in Bavaria, whatever, for killing a policeman during a raid of his home in 2016. So they did a massive raid and
good on them because it was starting to get a little worrisome there because it was getting bigger again.
Yes,
it always kind of ebbs and flows in Germany. Like it's never going to be completely gone.
No, of course.
Good on them for doing that. They're not even neo-Nazis anymore. They're like neo-Nazis. Like it's this whole new wave.
I don't even know what the neo part means.
It just means new. Neo literally just means new.
I thought there was some like more prolific fucking meaning to it, but yeah, apparently not. But I think it's good, because these guys are Holocaust deniers. And of course, they're just a bunch of pathetic, stupid racists that say all types of dumb racist shit.
Yeah. But it's catching on, and it's bound to happen in this world that's going so out of fucking just chaotic and out of disorder. That would be order. Sorry. That people look to organizations like that because they look at the organization and they look organized and they look like they got their shit together, and people turn to shit like that. That's how it happened in the 1920s. That's how it's happening now. So for the government or the military to crack down or whatever, whoever the police, it's only good stuff right now, because if you let it go too far, people will latch on. It's going to be, you're going to find, I think in the next, like, say 5 years, maybe even shorter than that, you're going to see people going to extreme amounts of like order and anti-Trump sentiment, where it's like things have to be just factual and things have to be, Nazi-like, very just cut and dry. It's going to be a renaissance of sorts.
Yeah, it ain't going to be pretty.
It's going to be, you're going to see a massive shift to conservatism in Canada because no one's doing another Trudeau for a little while. We're also going to want massive majority governments. We're not going to deal with this fucking minority shit anymore. In the States, you're going to see just complete crackdown on everything Trump.
Yep.
Yep. I think we're going to see a lot of... And it's going to... In every walk of life, I think there's going to try to be a return to little mom and pop shops before we completely write off brick and mortar stores forever. You're going to see a try to, we want that vintage store thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be the people that are like want to call for it, but I don't think it'll be enough to maintain.
It won't be enough to be sustainable, but it'll go for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to say before year 50, this is going to start happening.
That's that's 4.5 years.
I know. Ooh. And I would say we are still alive when it's over. And when Walmart and Amazon win. And governments finally listen to me and fuck off.
Don't be rude.
Another thing I think you're going to see that I wanted to talk to you. I think we're going to see a return to snail mail. I guarantee there's going to be a renaissance in snail mail. Because people are going to rebel against Amazon. They got too big too fast. People always hate that. It's not going to last. It's not sustainable, but you'll see it.
Yeah, but this could be replaced by something different. They're not gonna. I don't think people are going to go back to snail mail.
Oh yeah, it's just temporarily. It'll be a fad, but it'll happen.
I mean that for me, it's always been a thing for me. Because I've always loved going and getting the mail. I've always thoroughly enjoyed it. I've always been like, yes, let's see what came today. Even if it's just flyers, I just thought, hey, somebody took the time to stuff something and just put it in my mailbox. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I used to do that job, so fuck yeah, I get it.
I miss being able to open a newspaper box on a street corner and fill it with flyers for my band. It was great free advertising.
What's the best thing about those flyers?
Just stick a flyer in the middle of every newspaper. It costs you 50 cents.
Yep.
Can't do that anymore.
No, not allowed.
Sad.
Holy shit! I leaned back in my chair. My fat ass couldn't sit forward again. In Anchorage, Alaska. Have you ever heard of the book or movie Into the Wild?
Yeah, of course I have. I actually have a friend. A true story. I have a friend who redid the exact same route that kid did. Like he went down to that town and started and did the whole journey the exact same way the kid did.
So he ended up at the bus.
I don't believe I'm not sure if he did or he did and you couldn't get near it, I think was the thing.
Well, that's interesting because...
and by the way, an amazing, just a little aside real quick, an amazing soundtrack to that movie. The entire soundtrack is done by Eddie Vedder. It was his first solo album and it's incredible.
Really?
Yes. And the movie was directed by Sean Penn. It's a wonderful movie if you guys haven't seen it. I never read the book.
I've never seen it.
It's a great, great movie. And just so shitty what happened to him.
Well, because I'm reading about what happened to the whole guy and everything else. So basically, the reason why this is in the news right now is because fans of the book and the movie go on this. They basically try to retrace his steps, like what your buddy did.
Yeah, my buddy did it like 15 years ago, though, but no, it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But the province newspaper followed him the whole way. Because they thought it was cool.
Really, that's kind of funny. Well, the vehicle that's in the book and the movie, the van or the bus is still there, which is the bus that Buddy did his last journal entry in. I don't want to give away the ending, but basically, the locals from around this area, they want the bus removed so people would stop traveling this because they're sick of people dying and having to get rescued constantly from this trek. They've already had 2 people die, and it doesn't even give a number on just how many people have been fucking rescued, but apparently it's a lot.
Yeah, well, it's not an easy trip. I mean, it's basically the same route the Gold Rush took.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not a nice stroll in the countryside by any means.
No, there's a river that at certain times of every year and constantly this thing like overswells and gets very, very treacherous. And at one point, the local government for the area actually wanted to build a footbridge to go over it, but the townspeople fought it and said, "Stop fucking promoting this! People are dying and having to get rescued all the time. Stop this! Like you're fucking stupid. Stop doing this." So they're
what are they doing?
They're trying to fight this. Well, they like I said, the townspeople, they want to remove the bus because they figure once the bus is gone, then otherwise it's just a trail in the sense there's nothing, there's no end result.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like there's not that finality of being, bam, we found the bus. This is epic. It'll be gone. So with that, they're basically saying hopefully people will just fucking leave us alone and stop fucking coming down here and dying all the fucking time. So yeah, so that they want to get rid of it. Yeah, I'm impartial. I mean I couldn't care less. I think it's a neat idea. The bus was put there at some point in the 60s. The movie wasn't made until was it like 96?
No, way later than that, 2007.
And I said the book was in 1996. Is when the book came out.
That sounds right.
Yeah, doesn't even mention anything about when the movie came out. But yeah, it's just when the book came out.
2007.
Was it 2007 when that actually came out? Nice. I will never question anything that has to do with Eddie Vedder to you. So I just have to assume that that's completely 100% accurate.
I actually got the soundtrack a long time before I saw the movie.
Oh, really? Eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great.
So I am definitely going to look in. I'm going to check out this movie.
That's where Big Hard Sun is from.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So sucks. You're a spoiler alert guy. You don't want to give it away. I think anyone who knows the story, it sucks, and I'll tell you off the air because you don't want to give it away. But
I've already read it. I already know what happens.
Yeah, but there's I won't say it. I'll say, hey, if you want to support this cause and get rid of that bus, all you got to do is go to ericandgord.world, buy yourself a T-shirt. $17. Two different styles, the classic Fuck Eric and Gord logo and the cover art from our show. 10 different colors, 5 sizes for men and women. But if there's a color that's not there but you really want the shirt, just shoot me an email. We can make it happen. All the proceeds from your purchase will go to me and Gord.
Perfect.
So buy one. It would be great if anyone buys one. Like I've literally sold 2 and both were to me, and I gave one of those away. So not doing so good on the T-shirt sales. I would like to see them do a little bit better.
Well, they are going to fucking go through the roof soon. So
eventually. I've got some more stuff. Like I said, later on this year, before summer, you're going to start seeing keychains, travel mugs, all kinds of shit we can give away. And another neat idea that corresponds with something I've said in this episode. And if you get it right, maybe you'll get the first one. I don't even know what that could mean literally anything.
It's exciting, though. Very, very exciting.
I'm just giving you a blanket full of coronavirus. I'm not. God damn, though, if something really bad starts killing people, we are fucked.
Does Eddie Vedder actually play every instrument on that album?
Yes.
Vocals, guitar, bass, mandolin, banjo, piano, organ, drums, percussion. Wow.
It's all him.
You can play the banjo? That's fucking epic.
Banjo's easy.
So fucking...
Banjo's just guitar upside down with 4 strings. If you could play, but what if you could chord a banjo, then you can do mandolin and violin as well because they're the same.
I can play the mandolin. I've never tried the violin.
It's the same chording.
It's not that. It's the finger picking of the banjo. That's what I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. If you ever hear Ian Thornley do it, like the second Big Wreck album has some epic fucking banjo work on it. He makes that shit cool. Like,
I
not
love the banjo.
And not hokey fucking like Sheepdog's cool. He makes it actually really sick. Kind of like, like Ashley McIsaac did for 5 minutes when he made the fiddle neat. And then he was a dick and nobody gave a shit about him. But he made the electric fiddle awesome for that one song. And Ian Thornley did that with the banjo. I don't see banjo catching on, but I wish it would because it's a kick-ass instrument. I can't play it to save my life.
No. I love the sound. I think it's just a spectacular little fucking instrument.
You know what I can't play? It
my
really
old
bugged me, and I was
What's
thinking
that?
about this last night because I was going to buy one, and then I was like, why? I keep buying them, and I suck. I cannot, for the life of me, get the hang of the harmonica.
I used to play it as a kid.
I just can't. I cannot suck or blow. That's just, I am so lucky I'm straight because I can't bend over, I can't suck, I can't blow. I'd be the most useless gay guy.
So it's just really funny to me.
I would not be popular.
Don't be rude.
Too late. Harmonica has never meant a whole lot of fuck all to me. Made a lot of noise as a kid, so it's kind of fun to annoy people with. But
no, I'm not missing out. Like I'm not like, oh man, I'd be fucking playing Rogers Arena tonight if I got the harmonica down.
It's not like you're Blues Traveler, you know what I mean?
The world only has enough room for one Blues Traveler. I'm not missing it. It just bugs me that I can't get the hang of it. It's just one of those things that like I have to learn, but for no real gain.
Yeah, no, I never. For no real actual monetary gain, just because. I remember years ago turning my guitar teacher when I was starting to learn like how to like properly solo and shit like that, because I really struggled with that for many, many years.
Oh, me too.
Amazing rhythm player, but I couldn't play a solo. My life depended on it. And if anybody were to ever get a hold of the original, very first demo tape that I ever released, which I have a single copy of, and I have the last surviving copy of, for the record, there's me doing my very first solo on that, and it is, God, it's embarrassing. It's so bad. And I didn't even know it was supposed to solo. Just like right before, as we're recording it, the bass player just looked at me and goes, by the way, just before recording, he goes, by the way, yeah, you're playing the solo in this. I'm like, when? He goes, at that bridge part. I'm like, I'm not doing a solo. He goes, yeah, you're doing a solo. Okay, start recording.
That's cool.
And for the record, the song is called "Fuck You." It was our first punk tune, sort of thing. But
I had awesome.
So I really struggled. But I had when I had my guitar teacher, James Green is his name, amazing guitarist. Hey James, if you're listening, I know you're not. I remember he was working on something one day. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's a really weird set of scaling I've never heard before for doing these scales. And I'm like, what is that? He goes, I actually fucking hooked up with this chick who plays the violin, and we swapped standard scales. And he was doing a violin scales on the guitar, and it was mesmerizing to be able to see. It was so far advanced. And it was just amazing. And apparently now that is like a regular tool used for advanced learners of both instruments, because it's so different on each instrument. To be able to play it, it takes a tremendous amount of skill on either side. So it's fucking one of those cool things that he was one of the forefronters of that.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
By the way, I'm downloading the downloading the movie and the soundtrack to that right now to the edit.
It's a great
Into the Wild.
I think you'll actually really appreciate the soundtrack. The movie it's one of those. I was in the mood. I think it was like the right place at the right time for me, and I just totally got swept up in the whole idea of it. Very good movie. Great acting in that movie. What's that kid's name? H, something with an H.
Kid that.
Great actor.
Oh fuck! I don't know. Hang on me a second.
Doesn't
I'll
matter.
bring it back again. No,
it's not about the actor, but he did a really good job.
Oh my god! I guess it is William Hurt.
No, not even close.
The writer, sorry. Oh, Emil Hirsch.
Emil Hirsch, thank you. And the picture on the back of the soundtrack, by the way, in case just so you guys know, there is a very distinct picture on the back cover of the soundtrack, and that is the tattoo I have on my leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the black. He's posing like an eagle. It's a tattoo of Eddie Vedder.
Oh, that one there. Oh, look at that.
Yep, that's on my calf.
Oh, that is. Yes, that is.
I got it the year of that movie.
So what was it about that image that got you?
Don't know.
Can you describe it? No? Just something jumped out at you and said, fuck it, that's right?
Yeah,
that's
it was just was the right thing. I always wanted like a Pearl Jammy tattoo. And that just seemed to be like one that didn't just scream, hey, I have Pearl Jam tattooed on my leg. Interesting postscript to that story. I did not tell them it was there when I met them. Because if you just do a Google search, I thought it was all cool and like a little bit obscure and no one would have this fucking thing. If you do a Google search of that tattoo, everyone who's ever heard of Eddie Vedder has it. It is the least original tattoo idea ever.
Oh.
Yeah, very disappointing. I thought it would be kind of neat, but no. I was even late to the party. People had it years before I did.
Isn't that funny?
It sucks. I like all my tattoos to be unique, but that one is not. I still love it.
My portrait of Steve. Yeah, it's a good tattoo as well. My portrait of Steve Ray Vaughan on my rib cage was taken from. I mean, I'm a fairly big dude, so it's a big tattoo, but it was taken by a 3-inch by 3-inch square photo out of a guitar magazine of a live shot of Steve Ray Vaughan playing. So I'm pretty sure nobody has that direct image tattooed on them.
I seem to
That's
remember.
An awfully specific thing to find. Yeah, I'm so proud of that one.
I actually
speaking of that, Emil Hirsch, by the way. Oh, nice. Speaking of Emil Hirsch, by the way, have you ever seen the movie? I know we've talked about this. Alpha Dog.
Yeah, of course.
JT. Fuck, that movie is so good. Yeah, fucking Justin Timberlake did such an amazing job in that.
That's what
Everybody
changed my whole
in that
opinion
movie
of
was
him.
awesome. Yeah,
I was like, this kid is some good shit, I thought. Because I wasn't a big fan of Timberlake when his first album came out, but then he did that movie, and I was like, this kid's got some fucking chops. I think I probably said, like, Moxie or something dumb and old.
Regardless, did an amazing job. That movie, that was one of them. I mean, fuck if you don't fucking cry at the end of that fucking movie.
Yeah, this is one where you're like, awesome. What the fuck?
Yeah, just don't see it coming, and just there's no way.
Like, why? Damn it!
Yeah.
I love it. I love when movies do that. So few actually have the balls to do that. Where you just walk out of it going, I fucking really not pleased that I saw that.
Yeah, I bought it before I'd never even heard of it. Just somebody recommended and said, "Oh my god, you have got to see this movie. Like, just go out and fucking buy it." So I'm like, "All right, fuck it." So I just went out and bought the DVD on a whim and watched it the first time. Me and my ex-wife were watching the movie, and fuck if we just sat there afterwards. The two of us were just sort of sitting there like all sniffles and shit, going, "Oh my god, why? Why did you do that? Why did this have to happen? Oh my god, this is so bad."
I love it. Dancer in the Dark, the one that Bjork wrote and directed, does the same thing. Definitely
really?
check those out, you guys. If you Into the Wild, Alpha Dog, two very, very good movies from a time when movies had scripts and shit, and they were cool, and they weren't just Fast and the Furious or Batman.
Yeah. Remember The Girl Next Door?
Yeah, of course I do.
That one with Alicia,
I think that was the first
Alicia
time I saw little Miss Cuthbert.
Oh, I was a big fan of hers when she was on, what was that fucking Canadian TV show, Popular Mechanics for Kids.
I did not see that.
That's where she got her start. She was like young. She was like really young because we're we're very similar in age. I remember just watching that going, "Oh, she's gonna be so hot when she gets older." Yep, fucking right.
Yes, she was.
Now she's married to a hockey player.
I'm disappointing.
Yeah, and she played a porn star. So that's even better.
I am not always the best judge of that. I called Misha Barton. I said Misha Barton's going to be hot when she gets older, and she very much was.
I never found her hot.
She was the little dead girl in The Sixth Sense.
Yeah. And she ended up becoming famous with an OC.
But, see, I thought, what's her nuts from I Am Sam, Dakota Fanning, I thought she was going to be a knockout, and she's not. That's not. She's whatever.
No.
No,
that didn't work. Same with
the kick-ass chick, I thought. Chloe Grace Moretz, who's not ugly by any means, but she's not what I thought she'd be.
Not the stand-up we thought.
I'm a very bad judge of that. So if I say someone, if I'm like, that chick's going to be hot, she's probably not. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. If I say it, take it to true heart. I'm pretty sure I'm still at 100% actually. I don't think I've ever had a thing where I was thinking, "Oh, she's going to be hot," and turned out to be a fucking bow. It's just never happened.
I think it's just, but the ones I'm always like, that Lindsay Lohan, she's going to go places. And I was like, damn, Lindsay Lohan let me down. Amanda Bynes, she's going to go places.
Damn it.
Damn it.
It's just like when I was watching Saved by the Bell, I knew that the hottest one on that show was going to be Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and she did not disappoint. She
was the hottest one. She was the only good-looking one on that show, except for Mario Lopez.
Yeah, who's still very gorgeous on his own right. I'll give him full credit for that.
Yeah, that dude hasn't. He's treated himself well.
Yeah, those dimples have worked very well for him.
He hasn't aged. The rest of them went. What happened to Lisa Turtle?
Oh, she
Voorhees. Something Voorhees.
Hang on. Yeah, Lark Voorhees is her name. Hang on a second here. What the fuck? She did something. Saved by the Bell. What the fuck did she do? She did something not too long
I don't
ago.
know. It doesn't matter. I really don't care. I was
I know she's like,
because everyone else here about
she looks like shit right now, though.
Stand-up.
Yeah, she looks like shit right now, though.
Well, of course she does.
Like Lark looks like, because she was cute as shit back then. But yeah, no, not at all anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel bad for people. So it's like guys like Screech he's doing stand up to make a few bucks. Like, you would think when you were fucking Screech, you don't want to be going back to doing stand up at shitty clubs.
No, he just, that dude. The biggest thing he's ever done since then was when he did the celebrity boxing.
Yeah. He went the kind of way of
And,
there's this sort of group of people that they're kind of like a little bit cool, but they're fucking weird. And, you know, he's kind of in that Pauly Shore group of not completely forgotten, but haven't done anything since the 90s, and but still talk like they're hot shit.
Yeah.
They're not quite Feldman disgraced, but they're like, no one's hiring them to, unless Encino Man 2 comes out.
Which we all know is
Or a fucking Saved by the Bell movie. I can't believe they haven't tried that shit yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Never even thought about that. Speaking of which, hang on a second. I gotta look. Before even, because I haven't seen what this guy looks like now. What the fuck was Zach Morris's fucking real name?
Zach Morris's name was Mark Paul Gosselaar. He went on to NYPD Blue.
Is that what he's doing now?
It's what he was doing. I don't remember what he did after that.
He was in a TV series called Pitch in 2016. Lead actor in 29 series called The Passage.
Oh, that was a big
and he's
deal.
On this, yeah, and he's also on the sitcom series Mixed-ish, which is a prequel to the series Black-ish.
Which I did not enjoy.
Ish.
I didn't like Blackish.
I didn't watch it. I've never heard of it before.
It's just we could probably end the show pretty quick if we're going this route. We've been on for a long time anyway. I didn't like Blackish. I don't like. Now, this makes me sound bad, but I don't like black sitcoms that specifically are just geared to black and how this is what black people do. I don't. It's not funny because I'm not black. I guess I don't know, but I don't find like I got no problem with a sitcom with black people. That's not what I'm saying. But like when it's just explicitly like white people are bad and this is what black people do, that's just not funny to me. But if white people did the same sitcom, like this is why we don't like black people, it wouldn't be funny.
Well, that depends on the audience.
I just mean to me, like I don't find racism funny, and I never called it reverse racism. It's just fucking racism. It doesn't matter what race is doing it, and I've never found it entertaining.
Yeah,
and Blackish was very much that.
Oh, is that what it was?
Just very black. Like I don't even like black stand-ups that do all black humor. Like, okay, we get it. We can see you. You're black. Okay, good. Tell a joke.
Congratulations.
But I don't like it when men and women do that. When a female comedian goes up and her whole act is men do this, but women do this.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
No, that's very true. That is very, very true.
All right.
Oh my God.
We are just tailing off, and Gord's falling asleep, and I've got other things to do. Thanks a lot for tuning in to our first official episode of season 3. It was a nail biter. It was a white knuckler.
Hang on till you hear that final conclusion.
That is the end of Gord's week. But before you hyperventilate, it's not the end of our week. I'll be back tomorrow night with Eric and Gord. Where the hell's Gord? Oh, yeah, it's Friday. Or something like that.
There's something along those lines.
And I will probably, since I won't have Gord with me, and I'll just be playing clips of the show that was throughout this week, I'll probably just talk about the Eric and Gord movie coming out this summer. A lot, because it's funny and it's awesome. So there'll be a whole lot of that tomorrow. What am I forgetting? There was something I forgot to talk about tonight that I really wanted to, but I'll get to it on Monday. So join me tomorrow for the debut episode of whatever the fuck it's called. And you'll hear from Gord again on Monday. And until then, happy spring. And don't hoard shit and be nice to each other. and try to take care of each other.
If all else fails, find a way, if you can, to stop breathing. That'd be great.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
See ya, fuckers. Disappointed with my
Loved what you heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and medical services.